Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode here on Tears and Wheat to Roll. Y'all, I have really been working with this lighting, trying to get this right. So, I think that's better. My eyes are tired, y'all. I'm on the computer all day long. I film in the morning and then work on the computer all day long and film in the afternoon. And, my eyes be tired. And I can't wear my glasses when I film because it put those little rings in there, that be driving me bananas. So excuse me if I'm rustling with the mic trying to get my hair out the way, you know what I mean, so that we don't have that interference as well. Yeah, I did a session a little while ago. Oops, dropped my lip gloss on the floor. Y'all know I be dropping everything. I'm clumsy. Yes, I did a session earlier today. Spirit called me to speak on connectivity, and the quality of the video just wasn't there, so I didn't post it. But I still wanted to speak on it anyway, and it was really going into just another layer, peeling back this thing, like in terms of tares and wheat to roll, like the parable of the tares and wheat, how we're sown into the things and the roots are interconnected. Well, I thought about that too, like, so are we seeds, right? So the seeds of the wheat feel like, of course, not only the tares are sown, the roots are sown in together. Lord can't get it out. Anything that's blocking or attacking this message, I claim it and I call it to leave. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am protected in this space. This message is protected. And if anything that comes against anything that comes against this message and its clarity, be blocked according to the spirits of the Most High God, the infinite intelligence. I call and stand on that source of self-assuredness that this message is protected and it shall reach those that it is intended to reach. Thank you guys so much. I call that Ashe. Yes. Yeah. We are connected, right? Like, so our wheats are our wheat. See what I'm saying? We just called protection. We called it. Yeah, we did. And it is here. And it is here according to the source that called all things. Because anything that comes against this message, it must bow. It must bow to the source of all things, to that who called creation. And creation is called by the infinite intelligence of the logos of the source. And by that authority granted on me, as I was made in the image of the infinite intelligence, I have the authority and the right to claim that anything that's attacking me desist and leave. It must flee. It must flee now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much for giving me my authority. I stand in that right as my will aligns with your will, Holy Father. Please send your infinite intelligence in everything that is needed to protect this space at this time. Ensure that this space is protected as we deliver this message. And I thank you so much for convening with me. I'm grateful and I'm humbled to do this work, and I am surrendered onto you. Thank you, and Ashe. Ooh, we was talking about praying through that attack. Look what Spirit gave us, y'all. Perseverance. Who has to get through some perseverance? Huh? Yeah. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Absolutely. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. We must persevere. You must pull through. You must, dig deep and know that you have authority to stand and claim and protect yourself, to protect you, to protect your seed, to call back your seed, to rebuke anything that comes against you. You do. You have the right and the authority to do that. By the source that created you, you have this power. Is it this one? Spirit says blame, blame, get in there close. I accept the responsibility for my well being. I accept responsibility for my well being. Absolutely. I was just saying we have the power. We have the power to claim and to demand, right? And if I have responsibility, then I can't place blame on anything or anyone. Thank you, Spirit. Empathy. Empathy is here. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. It's really hard to read backwards, but I definitely am open to seeing both sides of the situation, right? If I could see myself in others, then I will be able to give them that same compassion, right? And putting myself in another shoes. I think we wrote a note on that on earlier today, did we not, Spirit? Yeah, we did. I think it's in our other book. Sympathy is like a understanding from my own perspective. Like, oh yeah, I can see, you know, I can see that. I get it, right? From my own perspective, my own viewpoint. But empathy is the ability to sit in somebody else's shoes, to see from their viewpoint. And that is a very different thing. So for us to see from another week's viewpoint, I think again brings us back to that beginning message of connectivity, right? And the fact that we are all connected, and our roots are sewed in as well. And the comfort that we seek is coming from a place is seeking that empathy, right? Because we give that on to each other, right? The ability to sit in another person's shoes, right? And see their, is it right here? Okay, let's go through here. To sit in that position and go through their see them in their experience as if you were them. Like, wow, I can sit in that place and I understand if that were me, how I can see how you feel. Like I can see how I would feel had I gone through that. Not just like, oh, I see you, but no, I can see me in that and feeling what you feel. I have understanding or a different level of understanding, compassion, empathy, and sympathy. Not compassion, but compassion follows. But empathy and sympathy are different, right? So to have more empathy, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Absolutely. You should always be telling yourself the truth. Get that back in focus. Sorry guys. The truth of the matter is that you're a powerful, unique expression of the Most High God. Your words have power and they have weight, and you have the ability to call those things that are not as if they are right now, like they are right now. Call them into your nowness, call them into your beingness, not in when I have and when I get and this, that, and the other, but I am, I have, I contain, because you contain all the source material of all things, so you can call them all things now. Is there this top card? Yes. Okay. Surrender, Spirit says. Pull that back into focus. See if that does better. Surrender, right? Surrender. I can release my need to control. Yeah. I don't need to control everything because I know that everything is working in divine timing. Source has us, and the infinite intelligence designs all things. It's way, I mean, it's eons and eons and eons of intelligence. I mean, it ordered all things that are in creation, like everything, right? Everything, all that. So of course it knows better than I do at this point in time. So I'm gonna lean into um, that intelligence, tap into that, and get answers and for discernment onto self. And then I can be better or look at that tear and see how it's giving me the source material that I need in order to reach my higher self. Yeah, yeah. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Anything else? I feel weight at the bottom. Is it at the bottom? Bring that up to the top. Yes. Not that. That. Is this it? No. Next one. We were close. Is this it? Okay, this is it. Forgiveness. Ooh, forgiveness is a good one. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Yes, it does. It blocks that heart chakra, right? If we are pulling energy up from our root chakra, up to reach our brow, our throat, brow, crown, right? If we have a blockage here in our heart, that energy just kind of sits and rustles in our heart space. And especially if we're blocked from giving voice to it. And we may even be voicing it Yeah, we're voicing, but it's a negative vibration that we're voicing. You know, we're crying out in vain, seeking what you already have, Spirit says. Yeah. So we kind of looked at that in some earlier sessions. Spirit says turn it over. Uh once this card here, adversity, right? We already have what we need to manage the tear, to get from tear to testimony. Adversity. Yes, Spirit wants that in really good focus, right? Pull that back. And yes, we are back into focus. Thank you, Spirit. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah, those tears. That thank you, Spirit. Touch my nose right on the tip. Yeah. Those tears. That's the way we learn. We learn through what is projecting back onto us so we can see. You know, again, we need to see have that energy come back to us so that these things can pick that energy up and reflect back to us so that we can see. Yeah, yeah. So when we say that I mean, this it gets kind of deep, y'all. I wonder if anybody has gone and did that Google search or YouTube to see how these eyes work, because then we can have a whole conversation. Dude, this thing really gonna take off then when we start really seeing how this thing work here, Spirit. I'm in the vicinity of this card. I could feel it. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Is this it? This is it? Okay. Grief. Spirit says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, right? And we have such heavy grief, right? It's so much loss. And people are doing the best they can with legacies and charities and trying to find a way to appreciate that life and keep the potentiality of that seed growing, right? Through the touching of other seeds and prevention, right? So that we can affect the plane in a way that prevents other cells from experiencing the same. And that's a heavy work. That's a heavy work. But comfort and connectivity is there. It is, and that's all Spirit gave me to say on that. Is this it? Yes. Okay. Is this for me? For who? We. Okay. Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So someone may be getting ready to have something transition in their life. Death of what? An ego death for who? The collective. Spirit says the collective needs to have a ego death to release those things of the ego, to release those conformities. Spirit says we got a split here and a split here. This one here, is it this? Yes. Courage. Spirit says, I find inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yes, yes, confidence that source brings you through at all times, that you have all the stuff that you need within you in order to make it through. That strength is in you. It was baked in. And the ability to have courage and confidence in knowing that every way that you've gone through and made it through, if you're under the sound of my voice, every way that you've gone through and made it through is the same way you will continue to make it through. This source will continue to carry you. And as you go through these tears, you develop again that faith into confidence, into self-assuredness, or it's just like, and you are convening in the spirit, holding on lightly, understanding that as things transition in and out of your life, there's a season for all things, and that truly nothing is ever lost. The same way that we on this side of manifestation are rooted and connected, so are we in the spirit. We are still rooted and connected. That connectivity is from the spirit. That is the basis. So you lose their presence. Their presence is not with you. It is no longer present, right? But the connection to the spirit, to the soul, is never severed. It's always there. And our connection to ourselves, to each other, is always there. So when we are feeling alone and isolated and desolate and set apart and set aside, cast aside, we can connect to other selves, even if they're not of your regular family that you were born into. There's a soul family, a soul connection that is there waiting to support you. I find the inner the I see. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything else in this deck? Yes. The top one? No. Is it this one? Okay, second. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I think that's the second one of them pretty much telling us about, yeah, because we had adversity and now we have failure. Those are two synchronating messages that talks about how these tears in our life are designed to help us learn, help us to grow, help us reach our highest self. And we do have the chaos that is going around that is baked into the infinite intelligence that affects other things that cause things to be that not happened, right? And one of the things we talk about is the ability to affect legislation and change through outreach and outpour. Spirit gave us this worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. It doesn't. We have to lean into faith in those times and self assuredness and confidence. And even when we don't have, again, confidence and self assuredness, we will have our faith, right? As we breathe the breath of life, like we are taking in oxygen as we breathe that chemical composition that allows you to continue to stay animated. Yeah, that we are connected and we're going to have tears. And we have to trust in that animating force, that the intelligence that guides it has a solution. And the solution to that tear is already built in. You just need to have eyes to see and ears to hear. Are you rushing off to into mischief or a situation where you will cause more problems because you're not stepping backward and or slowing the pace and allowing spirit to clear the way? Allow the intelligence to clear the way. Seek the ways that it should be resolved. And what should you do? And then have the enough courage to just do it and see don't everything work out for your good. The things that are not good for you will fall away, and the things that are good for you will stay. And there we go. Growth on this here journey. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Well, that's how we do it for sure. Leaning into that connectivity, leaning into this that thread, that breath, that intelligence that weaves all things that you were made out of, right? So text and scripture says that I mean whichever one you read is still all the same. That says that this intelligence brought all things to be, and I mean source brought all things to be, the most high, the God, the Father, the creator of all things. And he did that by his intelligence, by wisdom, which is the principal thing. And that principal thing has attributes. There's attributes to wisdom. There is. And all of those attributes live in you. That is your essence. And when you operate out of your essence, Growth is surely to take place. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Yeah, we are. We're all the same, but we all have different challenges. I mean, our tears look different. Thank you, Spirit. We'll hold this one. Spirit just gave us purpose. Um, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. We are all the same. And we all have different challenges, and many of us are going through the same challenges in a different fashion. But it's all the same. And that's how we can connect, and that's why we should connect, right? Because there's no need to look upon any other wheat and think, oh, they, this, that, and the other. No, nobody's above you, and no, you're not above anybody else. I mean, we're all wheat. I mean, how could we be? I mean, we're all gonna be called in for good bread. So at the end of the day, we're all the same. I know what I am here to do. Hmm. When you go in and release all of these other things, have the courage to let go of worry and doubt and denial. You like, even though as you transition, like self releasing, like ego centricism, conformities, even the layers that have been placed over you, right? Not just anything just of vanity or any of that. It could just be, whatever you've gone up with that is smothering up your true essence, right? It could be anything, anything can be a conformity. Too much external stimulations and distractions, you know, thinking that, oh, this is just who I am and that's just, no, it's not. It's not. It's a conformity. It's probably a defense mechanism that you come up with to keep you safe. But knowing that safety it resides in the Most High, and that intelligence that will kind of help you discern so that you can stay open into experiencing creation itself in all other cells, but just in not all other cells, because you're going to discern, like, some, we got doppelgangers and terrorists out here, copycats and stuff like that. I'm just saying, right? But when you can be open but yet discerning so that you protect yourself, right? You can experience other people and have trusting relationships and things like that. um but you have to discern so that you know what to allow in your field. I mean, just shine as bright as you can shine. I mean, that's what I say. If you shine as bright as you can shine, uh, then you will, those dark entities can't stand your light. They ain't gonna want to come around you no way. You gonna irritate their spirit so bad they gonna have to be wanting to get off. I mean, I'm telling you, oh, excuse me, my shoulder is bothering me, y'all. It's just popping like, oh, you know. But anyway, that's how we know these energies are, roaming around here, trying to attack and come in and distort your energy and your power for service onto self, to serve themselves instead of, onto, of the selves and the source and goodness and truth, right? Not to dominate and subjugate each other, but just to, your own plane, your own field, your own lot, you know. That's okay. It's enough of us we out here because we all make bread. I mean, like, it's baked in. So I'm not concerned about enough resource. It's enough source material because it's source material for the seers just as much as the wheat. And we use them to our own capacity. So are you growing your capacity? That's what I'm on this journey for. And Spirit told me to come out and speak because we need to raise our vibration because people are seeking. They are seeking. They are looking, 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 looking. Right? So the Spirit said I had to tap in. I had to jump in. I had to let go all of this nonsense about not wanting to be out here, not letting want to be seen and all that stuff. And get on out there and do what I have been called to do. Come up out that Jonah spirit, right? And just do for the field and not just onto, myself and my group. And, I had to serve this thing back out. We don't want to be too loud. It's getting late. We winding down here. Spirit said this is the principal thing that we are probably struggling with, or just in general in the field. I mean, yeah. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. The principal thing is fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. What's testing your resolve to live in the energy of love? Mm-hmm. But I know, the spirit of fear or that test or that resolve to stay in the energy of love. Oh yeah, a lot of people are going through it. A lot of people struggling to hold on to that goodness, and and not be depressed and sad because you feel powerless that there's nothing that you could do about it. You know, and there are options. We have alternatives. Is there anything else? This deck feels heavy, like it's done. Is it done? It's done. Thank you. We're going to light worker. Yes. We're going to activation, gateway activation, spirit says. We're going to try to go. How many split cards would you like? As many as you say pull. Okay. Thank you very much, spirit. We're going to try to pull this here out. Thank you. Okay. Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. We just had the death card that signifies transformation. So yes, that's confirmation here. Yes, you see that blue flame? You see that fire up in there? Yes, yes. Karmic release. Release that old stuff. Death to the ego. Get all that stuff out of there. Get that sludge out of there, y'all. We're going to get this oil change going on. We need an oil change. Yes. We feel the split. Are we right here on this top one too? This? No. The one underneath? This? Yes. Okay. There we go. Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, seeing clearly. Absolutely. You release some of that stuff. I told you, death and rebirth right there. You release that stuff out of there. You get a clear vision. You can see clearly. Yes, you get an inner vision. Yes, absolutely. This brow right here. We talked about having this heart space blocked. You have to get that stuff out of there so you can speak clearly. You can speak life. You can speak life. It's blocked, and what's coming up is hatred and vitriol, and it's speaking death unto you, death and sickness and disease. We got to get that blockage out so you can lighten this heart space up so you can speak life, life out of you, life all the time, and that will open this up. Yes. Ask for the Father to come in and give you his mind, give you his vision, give you his voice, give you his heart. Yes, his ear so you can hear. Bring it in. That infinite intelligence, that which called the cosmos, everything in creation, that ordered everything, everything that designed you. Have you looked at you? Have you looked at your composition? Have you looked at the systems of your body? Have you looked at your central processing unit? Have you looked at your internet highway? You are talking about the internet and freaking 5G. You got a central nervous system that's sending electricity and communication through your highway, your in your system all the time while you sleep. Autopilot. You ain't conscious of it. You put that stuff back there in the subconscious. You don't even have to remember how to do that. You don't even have to remember how to do this here. You talking about something infinite intelligence. You don't even have to remember how to do that. It's so deep in your subconscious. You just operate. You just flow. Can you do that in your waking day, in your conscious mind? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And we're gonna activate. Yes, let's get another one. Let's get another one. Spirit. Let's get another one. Blow that energy in there. Yes, give me the spirit. Where would you have me to go? This top one? This one? Yes, no? Yes, okay. All right. Halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, and great lessons. Well, I shade of that. I shade of that. You want to see it? Yeah, we're going to put it on up in there. Halls of learning. Yes, yes. Spirit guides, confirmation, great learning, great lessons. Lessons learning, that's what we do. We learn lessons. We know what I'm saying. Don't kind of, are we done with that? Spirit said we are done with that. I shade that deck too. Well, all right then. We're going to get some Archangel Michael and close this here session now. Thank y'all so much for rocking with your girl. Take a moment right now if you feel it what I'm bringing to just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Tap in to this space as well so that I can feel your energy. Yes, we can bring more specific messages onto the lot. We definitely speak to the collective wheat field all the time. So you just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I pray that you get edified from this message as I'm edifying myself to edify back onto source. And as we grow through this thing, we want to get a final archangel message here so that we can close this thing out. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you. I place the intention on these cards for you to give us messages in our highest good, for our highest good, for our protection. Thank you so much. We put on your breastplate, we put on your helmet. Is it right here on the top? This first one? Okay, well, we just gonna do that. Self-respect. Respect yourself. Respect the source. Source said, put some respect on my name. I'm the source. I'm the infinite intelligence of the Most High that called all things to be. And I called you. I made you in my image. Yes, I did. The infinite intelligence says that it made you in its image. Yes, it did. You are wonderfully and beautifully designed and created. Yes, you are. You are powerful. If you want to know how powerful you are, ask somebody to count the mitochondria in your body, and it'll tell you how immensely powerful you are. I'm gonna need you to go ahead on and check your composition. Somebody needs to do an inventory check. Yes, they do. They need to see what they got it stored up in them boxes and them totes. Yes, they do. They need to pull that stuff out and blow that dust off. Father said, put some spect on his name, put some spect on his intelligence. Yes, you are. You are powerful. You are wonderfully made. You are the highest piece of technology in this here plane. Yeah, you are. You notice I said this here plane. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Infinite intelligence designed you to be that way. Yes, it did. Innocence. Do you know that from your pure space? Heart space like a baby. Like, yeah, can you get back into that innocent spirit? Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Woo! Holy Spirit, go on and tell your we. Did we not just say that the infinite intelligence made you, composed you of all the attributes of the intelligence that called the cosmos, and then we had spirit come back and pray and remind us of that very same thing. Go on, Michael. Go on, Archangel. Come on with it. You know, dear God and angels, the infinite intelligence that calls all things, thank you for reminding us. Thank you for being with us and bringing us this message. Thank you for bringing us this message. We are grateful. Thank you. Thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God given innocence so that I may be at peace. That's right. Get back to your God given essence. That's where your peace is. The pathway to peace is through wisdom. Where is wisdom? It is the principal thing. Yes. Yes, yes, it is. If it is the principal thing, then it is the first thing. If it is the first thing, then that is that thing that called all things, as we are told in numerous ways across the plane. Everything has its intelligence. So when Source says, put some spect on my name, oh yeah, that means you respect the fact that if it wasn't for flies, we wouldn't have maggots, and the land would be filled with death and the debris. The decomposition system would be interrupted. We know that everything has an intelligence to it, and we may not understand why these irritants are coming around. Why is this fly buzzing around me? I mean, goodness, I don't know. Maybe it's something about your pheromones that's attracting shit. You might need to get a oil change. Just saying. Come on, beloved. There's something to be said in that. When you don't see the intelligence in God across its plane, and in you primarily, because you are the highest form. So if I can appreciate the way that bees pollinate the earth and help bring us seed and flowers and vegetation, just those little bees, like I don't kill them because I respect what they do. I understand their purpose in this grand design, right? Yeah. If you understand that, then how I don't understand my position? Come on here. All right. Yeah. Ask Archangel Michael to help you with the situation. Again, if you don't know who you are, go inside to the source. Go study the attributes of intelligence, of wisdom. We start digging through them in Proverbs just to show like that's a text that a lot of people resonate with, so they can see and we can get to a common understanding using that text. But of course, as I stated before, that's not the only text that I read. I not look at this here thing across the plane so that we can see the consistencies of source, right? We can find its intelligence and show ourselves approved in how we study the word. Yes, yes, we do. Yes, we do. So it's not given onto one specific place in one specific way. I don't lean into one specific field of study. No, I understand that metaphysics and physics and chemistry and biology and astrology and all of those things are attributes of intelligence. It is a part of the intelligence and how it works and how it operates, as well as science, right? All of those things that we can test and show thyself approved. That's a principle. That's a basic principle. We do those things, and that's fine. And to be able to reconcile all of those things and bring them together for my collective, it's like tapping into the library of what? Of knowledge. And to get knowledge is definitely what we need to get while we're on this pathway to wisdom. And wisdom, that pathway right there to get to wisdom, is the pathway to peace, harmony, balance, connectivity, all of those things that we are longing for. So we start and going on the inside to get everything that we are seeking from the outside. Let's look at this last card. We ain't looked at it yet. Let's check it out. You and your loved ones are safe. Again, beloved, we are safe. It is time to let go of all of the feeling that we need to be in survivor mode. You know, it is safe in the kingdom. It is safe when you come inside. You find the tools that you need in order to protect yourself, to protect your children, to protect your home, to protect your livelihood and protect your potential. Yes, we protect our seed, our potentiality through that. Is it this one or this one? This one. Okay. And Spirit said we can call that our shame. Oh yeah. Spirit said once you come into the kingdom and understand that the tools that you need to be protected at all times is in the kingdom, oh, you can call that our shame. And this is how we said it. This situation is already resolved. And want to know how we know that it's already resolved? Let's get a better, good, close look at that. This situation is already resolved. You want to know how we know it's resolved? Because he told us that you're the wheat. How do I know that you're going to be harvested? How do we know that the intelligence of the whole situation is not to go over there ripping and clawing at these tears because you're going to harm self? The whole thing says to take your material, your whole focus, your energy is to edify self and to be good bread and know who you are, that you are the wheat. And as long as you stay focused on that higher calling, rising above, to use that source material to grow you, to learn you, to be strong, and again, edifying unto self, giving onto others, giving back onto source, that right there, we already know those details, right? So if you consider yourself the weak, or if you consider yourself being a good person, and you know that if you be a good person, then you draw in goodness, right? So in either way scenario, whether you on this side or that side, high vibing is high vibing. The call to rise above means that we know that we will be harvested for good bread. You will be high vibing. You will call those good things in. They will attract to you, and you can experience goodness and connections to people in this lifetime and have your abundance, right? You can reach your highest desires, and that's what people consider heaven on earth. And if you do that in this lifetime and there just so happens to be peace and connectedness on the other side, then I don't think that that's a bad thing either. So hey, whichever way it flows for you, right? Most High says that this situation is already resolved. We know the end. We know that it's Ashe. And since I know that it's Ashe because I'm the wheat and I'm going to be harvested for good bread, I put all my energy on becoming good bread. Oh yeah, I ain't got time to worry about the tares, baby. No, can't worry about no tares. I'm being bread. I mean, what kind of bread you gonna be? I mean, if you hungry, wonder bread to do. I mean, sandwich bread to do. I'm just saying, I am not above sandwich bread, baby. Let me tell you. Okay, hell, tortillas, sandwich bread, it don't matter. Bread is bread. Shit, I put a hamburger on a hot dog bun. It don't matter to me. Shit, I put a hot dog on a Wonder Bread. Fold that boy up, show what? Absolutely, we gonna eat. It ain't no pun to nothing. I'm telling you. But when you get them, you understand them ingredients, and you can sit back and take the time and opportunity to mold you up some, there's some focaccia or some rosemary, something basil, something. Oh yeah, because there's levels to this, right? And then we also know that all bread ain't good bread. So watch what you're making. Just saying. You want to have a good solid foundation, something that you can that'll last. You know, that will, a seed that's gonna keep on seeding itself and reseeding itself, right? Something that's gonna get back to your lot, that'll be seeding generations type of seed, type of bread. That's what we after, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, if you like this vibe and you feeling like what we're doing, go ahead on and subscribe to the channel and help us grow. You know, share us out with people who you think might resonate with this here whole thing, you know, and all that stuff. And till the next time, I hope y'all know that I love y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. I mean, every grain, every seed. I love you. I love you just like I love me. I do, because I love the source. Yes. That infinite intelligence that called me, that called this your life. Oh, I love that. Yes. And because it called me, then I love me, because I'm a unique expression of that. And so are you. And because you are, I love you too. Yes, I do. And so I want the best for all of us to raise our foundation, our vibrations, foundations and vibrations. I go ahead on spirit with the eye shape of that. Raise our foundations and our vibrations. Okay. I guess we've been listening to Renaissance too much. I don't know. But anyway, no, Spirit said that's our shame. That was right. We did good. We did good. It was fast. We was quick on our feet. We you know, just saying. Anyway, y'all. Anyway, thank you so much again for coming back and just, you know, for all of my returning subscribers. Thank you for your commitment, for growing with me through this space. I mean, we at the beginning of this thing and we're just gonna keep rocking it forward. And you know, and sky's the limit. I believe that. And for you guys that are new, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you subscribe and you share us out, and you know, and yeah, come back and see us again soon. We do this very often, every day, all day, 7 days a week. So yeah, I'm sure you'll get something. There's a whole bunch of stuff like that. Go back there and peruse and just take a look through and see what resonates with you. But until the next time, my beautiful beloveds, all of the unique expressions of creation, thank you so much. I love you. Ashe. Mwah.